Hey guys, Michelle here with My Designs in the Chaos, and tonight I'm going to be making a cute pumpkin sign. Welcome, and tonight we're going to be working on a pumpkin sign. So let me angle you guys down. What we're going to be doing is, if y'all remember a while ago, I put that bee on the back of the wood slice. I don't know if you guys remember that. I want to actually decorate the other side of it tonight. I am going to be putting some adhesive vinyl. The first thing, I already have each of my sections cut, and I'm just going to trim off the edges. I didn't end up doing weeding boxes on these, so that's okay. And then also, this is adhesive vinyl, and so I'd already started cutting one before I was like, oh gosh, I forgot to put my little registration marks. So we're gonna line this up tonight without using registration marks. So we're gonna be kind of living on the edge. And I hope it's sized okay. So it's just, you know, one of those impromptu, spur of the moment. I really wanted to use this brand new vinyl that I got, and so I kind of started cutting and then was like, wait, let me think about all the things. So in crafting, it doesn't have to be perfect, and so that's what makes it fun. So right now I'm just trimming off all these little sections where my pumpkins are going to be. I had found my weeding hook, and now, oh, here it is. I was gonna say, I found my weeding hook the other day and now it's gone again. On this one, I ended up, because it was the last thing that I cut, I ended up actually being able to cut a weeding box on here because I wanted all the stems to be in the exact same spot. And then that way, I know where everything is. And this is all adhesive vinyl. Now, with glitter, sometimes it can weed really funky, so you have to just be really careful. And I know it's gonna look like, oh, you're wasting so much of this, but again, it's because I didn't do the registration marks, and I really want these to be in the same spot so that I can see them and it doesn't mess up my entire design. So that's why it's gonna look like I have some vinyl wasted. I know people always say, you wasted all that vinyl. So I want y'all to know that I did that on purpose so that I can line these up properly. So these are my pumpkin stems. So I'm just gonna trim this out. So people always ask, why would you do a weeding box? And the nice part about having a weeding box like this is then I can just trim this off, and then I have a nice square that I can use for the future, and it's like nice, neat, and organized, and I don't have to worry about some weird, funky shape scrap. It's all kind of right there. So that's what we're doing now, is I'm just gonna weed all these off of here. I wanted to do some fun patterns tonight with the pumpkins. And pattern vinyl, I find you always have to cut it at a little bit higher of a setting. For some reason, it does not, it's a little bit thicker. There's a part of my pumpkin. Y'all can kind of see what this is going to look like eventually. These colors are just beautiful. So you can tell I should have probably cut it just a little bit stronger. Okay. This one's the side pumpkin, I think. This one's the middle one. This is the big one in the middle. And because it's adhesive, you want to be really careful when you weed. Okay, so this is kind of, y'all can kind of see here, this is what it's going to look like. This pumpkin goes here, this pumpkin goes down here. It's upside down, but y'all can kind of get a feel. It's gonna look like this. I wanna kind of make sure I have this all lined up properly. The first thing we're gonna do is I'm going to just kind of lay it out here so I can get an idea of where I'm gonna put it, since again, I didn't do the registration marks on it tonight. Gonna fit. See, it's gonna be super close, I think. I hope I didn't do it too big. All of it matches. You know what? I'm gonna do this a little bit from the edge. And so I'm just gonna put this transfer tape on here, and I'm gonna put the stems on first. I'm gonna plug in my hot glue gun because I'm gonna put a bow. I'm gonna do that first. Put my transfer tape on here. Okay, so once you've got all that, now I'm gonna just peel the backing off. And I'm using this totally transparent clear because I didn't do those registration marks to line it up. So we're just going to eyeball line it up tonight. So let's see here. And this is just a wood slice I got from Walmart, and then I painted it actually. I ended up painting the wood slice. There we go. Okay, so I've got the stems on there, and then I'm going to put this big one, I'm gonna do this one first since it's like the middle one. I'm gonna put this one on in the middle. So here's a tip. If you ever have vinyl that has a roll like this and it kind of rolls up, what you can do is you can put some tape on it on the sides so that when you put the transfer tape down, it doesn't fold up on you. See, typically I would reuse the transfer tape, but if you notice, because I painted the wood slice, it has paint on it, so I'm not gonna reuse this, but if I didn't have paint on it, I would totally just reuse that same one. I don't know if y'all can see, this vinyl has like a bubble. So I'm gonna flatten the bubble out. There we go. So if that ever happens to you, you can totally just flatten the bubble out. I don't know if y'all saw how I just did that. It had like a little bit of a bubble right in the middle. I just peeled it up and laid it flat, and it'll work fine. It's nice with the washi tape, and you can do that with no matter what you're using. That way your vinyl won't roll up. You can also weed it before you peel it off of your mat if you want to, you know, that's another option. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, but just if you want to do it that way, you can peel it up and it's fine. I only use 2 types of transfer tape. So if you guys have been here for a while, you know that I have 2 types that I like to use. I use this clear, and then I use paper. And those are the only 2 types of transfer tape that I ever use. So they're my 2 go-tos, they're my favorites, and that's just kind of, that's what I always like to use on there. And I'm just gonna place it on there, and then press it down. Press it flat. I just can't reuse these because they're, since it's painted and it kind of is pulling a little bit of the paint up as I go, which is okay because it's kind of a fall, fun, distressed wood slice look. I don't mind it, but it just leaves like a little bit of a residue on there. So I want to make sure I don't get any of that residue on the other vinyl. And so I'm not going to reuse these at all. Okay, so I've got the big pumpkin on there, but like, see, can you, oh, oops, a piece of that one missed. I pulled it off. It must be this piece down here. Is that where that one was? There we go. But that's okay. That's what's fun in crafting. It doesn't have to be perfect. But y'all can see there's like some leftover paint on there, so I'm not going to reuse it. But if it wasn't on there, then I would probably reuse it again. And we're just going to do the same thing. And I could apply all the transfer tape at once. I'm kind of doing it individually. So, okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna do this same thing. I'm gonna tape it on this side and tape it on this side. Not a mess, just real. It's true, y'all. This is literally just me and my little, I don't know if y'all know, I don't even have a craft room. I'm upstairs just like in a, we have like a little loft area, so I don't even have, it's just like a little table that I craft at my little loft. Totally correct. This is 100% real life. I do have to say though, you know what is super cute is, you know, we have our course where we teach people how to create their own files, and we have a project every single week, and everybody is showing off their projects in our course group, and that has been super, super fun. And this one, see, I like it because look, I can just kind of like visually see where it needs to go. So I could have done this with registration marks, and I have a video on how to do the registration marks and stuff, but I had already started cutting it, and I didn't want to have to go back and waste vinyl, so I decided I'm just going to use clear and see what happens. You do have to be careful when you're using clear because it is more sticky than any other kind of transfer tape. Clear just has a lot more tack to it. It's just, I don't know if it's just the way it's made or what, but it just is a lot more tacky. So like if this happens to you, if it feels like it's peeling up, you can just hold it down like that with your finger and then it'll kind of release it. Okay, so we've got 2 pumpkins on there. Now we're ready for the 3rd one. If you've been here for a while, you know I like to eyeball. Sometimes it's great and sometimes it's to my detriment. I don't know which one, but we'll see which one it is tonight. And so I'm just gonna roll this open, press it down. If I had my scraper, I would be probably using that, but, and then this part, if you notice, like it's a lot bigger than what's actually on here. So rather than waste all that, I'm just gonna trim it down. So see, like all this part here, I can just roll that part back up on the roll. There's no backing or anything. It's really nice. And I just wanted to do something that kind of, it all matched. And it was like, I have to do something where it's all together. It's so cute. So here we go. We're putting this pumpkin on there. Let's see if it's sized out okay. Oh yeah, this turned out so cute. Here we go. And then what would be super cute on this too? If you put like your name or a year or something like that across it, or across the bottom. What I'm gonna do, and I'm actually gonna peel this one little piece up and scoot it over because I don't want it to touch. I want it to kind of like finish that form right there. But you know what would be really cute is if you put like a name or you put a year or a last name or fall or, you know, happy fall or something like that. Let's see. Ooh, don't come up. So see if this happens. Y'all can just place it back down. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, okay, so here's what the pumpkins look like. And now though, I'm not done. I'm almost finished. Oh yeah, happy fall, that would be cute right here. But what I'm gonna do is I actually have this ribbon and I'm gonna put a little bow right down here. So you could totally put in vinyl or paint happy fall. You could put it across the middle. There would be lots of cute things, but I'm gonna actually put this on it. So let's make a bow. I'm gonna just make a super easy bow because y'all, I am no bow maker. I'm gonna put it together, let's see. Just something really easy and simple. Just, I have this ribbon from Dollar Tree. It was actually from another project I was working on. And I found it in my scrap drawer. Do you guys save all your scraps too? Because I have a really bad habit. I save like everything. So, and I'm gonna put this one on there. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some of these little ribbons here, like this. This one needs to be trimmed. Trim them at the top. And we're gonna just bundle this up, pinch it together, and wrap this little one right around it. So super easy. Kind of pull it out here. And then I'm gonna put some hot glue on the bottom. This one I'm gonna trim this so it's in a nice little angle. And then let me put some hot glue right across here. Just layer that glue in there, stick it all on there. Get all the extra little pieces off. I don't want it to mess up that vinyl. I'm gonna let it dry for a second. And then I'll kind of adjust all the little pieces and then it'll look cute. And for those of you guys who are bow makers, you know, you could do something, I'm sure, a lot more like spectacular with your bows. I'm just sticking ribbon on there because like I said, I am not a magical bow maker by any means. But y'all, how cute is this? Didn't that turn out just adorable? So what do you guys think? I did this live a while ago where I painted and I did adhesive vinyl on the back. I could put a hanger, I could have it for two, I could do a fall on one side, Christmas on the other side. I mean, gosh, there's so many different options. Sometimes it can be scary partnering different styles of vinyl, but this was cool because they all match. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you found value in this, we greatly appreciate a like, a heart, a share, anything like that. I appreciate you, and y'all have a fabulous week. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.